Hey, have you ever wanted to learn magic or live out your Harry Potter fantasy? Well, now you can, because EA just released its 8th game pack for The Sims 4 and the next magical iteration for the Sims series as a whole. So grab those wands and get ready for some magical fun. Let's start with Create a Sim. Okay, so this time around there's 2 new aspirations. The first one is Spellcraft and Sorcery. Basically, if you want to focus on being a spellcaster, this is the aspiration I'd go with. The second one is Purveyor of Potions, which actually means someone who sells potions, but we're gonna talk about this one later. I'm really glad there's 2 this time around, but there's no new traits. It's kinda sad. I mean, I think a Wicked or a Magically Gifted, something along those lines would have been pretty cool. The hair you get from this pack is seriously so good. I noticed both masculine and feminine hairdos look great on all genders, so that's a huge plus. I mean, seriously, look how good all of these look. I'll definitely be using these a lot. I like them. I really like the clothes from this pack too. I like the style direction they went with. And by the way, you can totally take this shirt right here and mix it with the base game stuff to create some pretty sexy looking pieces. But yeah, I really like the stuff you get in Create a Sim with this pack, and I can definitely see myself using these again, so that's a thumbs up for me. Let's move on to the world. By the way, I just hate this type of in-your-face advertisement. And anyway, there's 2 new worlds. The first one is Glimmerbrook. And honestly, this neighborhood looks really pretty. The whole place looks like it's secluded in this woodsy area far away on some mountains, which is honestly where I'd go if I had some secret spellcasting powers. Seriously though, this neighborhood looks beautiful. There's 5 lots in Glimmerbrook, 1 empty lot, 3 houses, and a bar. And really, it's once you start looking at the lots when things start to feel a little lazy. You have this beautiful lot, and then you look at the house and ugh. The whole house looks uneven and kind of bland if you ask me. And seriously, where is the door that these stairs lead up to? Like, come on, what? I guess I just expected more. The whole thing looks like whoever made it just wanted to get it over with. Again, the bar looks a little boring, kind of bland. The inside just looks so ugh. You're probably going to be better off downloading a replacement from the gallery. This one right here is a really nice looking bar I found from Sammy Sims Coder. Okay, so let's talk about the best part, the magic realm. To get to it, you actually have to go through this portal, or you can use a charged crystal. And wow, this place is breathtaking. The world looks absolutely amazing. The lot is like separated into 5 different locations, and it just looks incredible. Overall, I'd honestly say this is the best looking lot world, or whatever you want to call it, in the entire game. It's just so big and well designed. I really like it. The lot build itself is boring and dull, but I found myself just taking in the view most of the time anyway. This place, it just looks incredible. Let's move on with build and buy mode. There's 73 new objects with 2 new tiles and 5 walls. I've made 4 different styled rooms using only the things you're getting with this pack, just to showcase what you guys can do here and give you guys an idea of what you can build. And I'm really impressed with all the things they gave us here. All the different swatches make it possible for you guys to create different styles. Also, I want to point out that the windows are freaking amazing. But everything looks great. It has a unique style to it. The possibilities here are endless. If you're a builder, you're going to be really happy. Let's look at the gameplay. Once you come into the magic realm, you can talk to one of the 3 sages to become a spellcaster. They're all a part of different schools: Practical Magic, Mischief Magic, and Untamed Magic. But really, this feels like more of a gimmick than an actual feature. I mean, sure, you can imagine yourself as being a part of a school, but there's no actual option for becoming a part of any certain one. There's no defining way of distinguishing yourself from other spellcasters. Really, it's more of a classification of what type of magic you're using, since you have the option to learn every spell, no matter what school it's under. But besides that, being a spellcaster is really fun. All of your spells are under a spellbook now, and I do like the way they separated them. Practical magic is basically, well, practical magic. You can use it to clean stuff, repair an object, or even create some fish tacos. Mischief magic is more devious in nature. You can mess with Sims in all sorts of ways, and the outcomes are hilarious. There's even a spell for stealing things that don't belong to you. Untamed magic is where things take a sinister turn. You can freeze people, set them on fire, electrify them. If you think watching your Sim suffer is fun, you're gonna like this. You have to be careful though, because magic now feels a lot more risky and dangerous to learn. Spellcasters have a magic charge, and if you overuse your abilities, your charge overloads, and it can get you into some really messy situations, including death. Your Sim can even get cursed, and there's all sorts of them, so you can be sure you'll catch a few while learning magic. There's also a level system now, so you can tell the difference between a weak spellcaster and an overpowered one. The more your Sims learn magic, the more they can level up and gain talent points to spend on perks. These are really cool. You basically have to build them up like runes, and their advantages get more powerful the higher level you are. There's even one that lets you build charge. This is awesome since powerful spellcasters don't have to worry about the mishaps of weaker ones, and that's exactly how it should be. You can test just how powerful your Sim is by challenging someone into a duel. You can duel for artifacts, out of anger, for fun, or even hidden knowledge. These duels are epic and feel incredible. You can head up to the dueling grounds to battle other Sims. The floor even lights up as your Sims battle, and the view looks amazing. But I do wish some of the magic animations differentiated a bit depending on their level or what type of magic your Sim knows most. You can buy magical supplies that help you out in Caster's Alley. Here you can find 2 vendors that sell brooms, wands, ingredients, and even familiars. You can basically use brooms to fly to places, and there's a ton of new broomsticks for you to buy. There's even a mop you can use, which I thought was pretty funny. There's also a lot of wands you can choose from. The rare ones can help you out with magic, and you can even display them in these cool cases. You can now also have familiars. You can buy one of these little eggs and bind them into a Sim. They basically just follow your Sim everywhere they go, and they have their own little abilities. You can name them whatever you want too. You can't really interact with them directly though, but they do have different effects on your Sim, and they even display little messages. For example, this little guy right here can help you creating potions. There's a ton of them. My favorite one is this one right here. I mean, come on, it's Navi.
Listen.
Your Sim can also focus on becoming an alchemist. Just like the past games, there's a ton of potions your Sims can make. There's even one that fills up all your needs. You can find ingredients by foraging around the map. The most useful place to find ingredients is the gardens. Usually, there's always something here for your Sims to use in their potions, but really, that's all there is to do here. The only real problem with alchemy is that when you try to sell potions, they're worth nothing. You can't even sell them in shops. It makes no sense because one of the new aspirations literally means selling potions. This might have been a glitch, but for me, my potions were worth 0 simoleons. There's also a magical bloodline system now. Spellcasters can have children and pass their powers down to them. These appear as traits, but they're not really new traits. They can just make your Sims learn magic quicker and reduce charge overload. But I actually really like this because it makes playing with magic feel a lot more rewarding in what essentially is a family simulator. Sadly though, after you're done with magic, there's nothing else you can really do here. It's a bummer because the magic realm is so pretty you just want to explore everything. But really, there isn't much to do. It would have been better if the lot build itself wasn't so boring, or if there were more options to do in different locations. Seriously, you can't even sit in this fountain, or go inside these buildings, or this one. And really, my only other criticism is with the schools of magic. They act as if choosing a class is a defining factor in spellcasters, especially in the trailers. Really, the path of magic feels generally the same, and there's nothing stopping you from learning everything. It would have been cool if there was an actual reputation system here that allowed you to pick a class. Your Sim could have unlocked exclusive spells and either be loved or feared depending on what class you chose, sort of like the witches in Sims 2. I think magical quests or magical favors others ask you to perform should have been implemented too. That would have been really cool. Here are my final critiques. I love the new things you get with Create a Sim and Build and Buy mode, and the lot worlds look amazing, but the actual builds can cause things to get boring really quickly. I wish you could actually become a part of a particular school of magic, and it's sad because it feels like this was their original intentions. It almost feels like someone said, "Hey, stop! You're investing way too much time in a game pack. These simmers are gonna buy it anyway." I wouldn't have a problem with this, but The trailers really do make it seem like choosing a school had a huge impact in gameplay, and that's not okay. This particular pack does come with a lot of stuff, but just by looking at other packs The Sims 4 has, there's a pattern here. Getting a pack out there is a lot more important to The Sims 4 than making it worthwhile. Island living. They're definitely rushing these packs, and that becomes more evident when you take a look at all the glitches this game has. We shouldn't have to wait weeks for fixes and patches. Things should be released when they are completely finished, period. Overall though, this is one of the better packs The Sims 4 has, and it really does have the best looking lot world in my opinion. And if you like witches, or you just want to spice things up, I really do recommend this pack. I had a lot of fun playing it. If you're gonna consider buying a pack for The Sims 4, this is definitely one you should consider. Well guys, that's all I have to say about Realm of Magic. This was actually my first video, but I'm definitely planning on making more. So if you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and thank you so much for watching.